What's up, Scott?
Hey, Scott.
Hey.
How are you guys?
Good. How you doing?
Great.
Nice to see you all. Good. Thank you very much. Congratulations on the show. Can you imagine you knew the impact of the films and now you've had the series? Are you guys still pinching yourself just how global and how energetic and how heartfelt everybody has kind of taken to this show? Because it's just been a dream come true for you guys.
Yeah, it's it's as unique as it gets. I always allude to the multi-generational audience. That's doesn't happen too often, where you could have an age range of 70 years of people interested for different reasons, and it just it's hard to put into words how impactful it is. It's so much of a two-way street. I mean, it really, I get so much out of it. I think we get so much out of what we get from the fans, and obviously vice versa. So it's really a two-way love affair around the world. It just doesn't happen often, so we're grateful. I certainly am not taking it for granted.
Did you think it would work when you were first pitched the show? Did you think it would work? Did you have hesitations about, well, we made these movies, all that time ago, but it seems to be that people do like to go back to the future in some crazy ways. They kind of like to take that nostalgia trip. But did you see it working when you were first pitched it?
I think there was an instinct about it. We trusted the pitch from Josh, John, and Hayden. That's where this whole thing started, was their imaginations, their love for Karate Kid, their vision for the show. I think it took a minute to catch up to them on all of it. I understood the Gianni origin, where he was coming into it, but I didn't quite get the whole big picture until it was written and everything. So we stepped into it. We jumped on board with the pitch before there was ever a script, and just trusted it day by day. But we were very careful to be stewards of our characters and the storyline as much as we could, be a collaboration. And we kind of started as an indie band in a way on YouTube Red, and we poured our hearts into the album and didn't know if anybody was going to like it, and it caught on. Not if they were going to like it, but how it would work. How would you know? And then it, then we went to Netflix, and that just changed everything. And they re-released season 1 and 2 and captured a global audience, and then dropped season 3 right in the middle of the pandemic when everybody was sitting at home. And it's kind of a perfect storm of all that. And that's, now we're on a major label, and we're here again, season 6. So it's been an incredible ride, and I think we're oriented in where we're at because we know where we started from the first sit down with them at lunch to where we are now, and it's been amazing.
And now there's the reunion tour. No, I'm kidding.
I have to say, is one of my other favorite shows is How I Met Your Mother, and the reaction to you guys being in that, I think, laid the groundwork in some shape or form, because there was a reaction to that of just like, it was in the media again, people talking about the Karate Kid and who was the Karate Kid. Neil Patrick Harris and Barney had their opinions. I feel like that was kind of the seed. Did they ever tell you that episode kind of laid the
I don't think it hurt. Right. I think the showrunners say that wasn't, they were thinking about it for years before then, but I have a feeling that did not hurt. Because it did have a nice
for
groundswell.
Barney Stinson, played by Neil Patrick Harris, to embrace the legacy of Karate Kid on a hit show
and hate Ralph Macchio so much.
There was definitely played into the fanfare of the whole thing. But also along the way there were many. The crane kick never went away. It's been all this over the decades. It's just been probably become integrated in culture in so many ways. And right before this happened, it was just kind of bubbling up in different forms, and it just seemed to be an appetite for this story, and I think the guy sees the timing for that.
Yuji, what's been the best thing for you about being part of this extended family? Because it must be a joy.
Oh, just the cast, the crew, the writers. I think when I was brought in season 3, you don't know which way the direction is going to be for Chosen and all that, but there's a certain amount of trust you have to have as far as the team is concerned. And in talking with the writers, they definitely had a vision, and they wanted to bring him Chosen back as more of a three-dimensional character, thank God, because in Karate Kid I was such a jackass. But that's been the most memorable, is being able to play a character that is humanized. It's just being able to play the comedy and still yet be that badass from Karate Kid. And you know, and like I said, I'm going back to the cast and the crew and these guys too. They set the bar. Getting on that set was fantastic because these guys are professional. They're very warm and welcoming to any cast members. So that's what I think makes this show special, is because it starts at the top. And if they don't set it, the tone, then it's not going to work. And thank God that these two are part of the show and are like that. So
Amazing. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Absolute pleasure to talk to you all today. I wish you all the best with season 6.
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys.
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys!